it to be a challenge. It's actually a challenge that I set to myself because I wanted to go back into that to remind myself about the entrepreneurial bit of me. I wanted that to relive. So I told myself, okay, Iza, pick up a skill, pick up a new skill, market it from ground zero, and build a brand.
She knows how to make sure that we all feel valued in our own selves, and she makes sure to instill good values and the importance of education in all of us. Yeah, that's a very important trait about her. And she also cooks really good food. She's a very good chef. I think that brings a lot of value into what she does now as well, especially in candles, because to make a good product, you have to be able to know what ingredients you need to put inside them. So yeah, other than her very good, delicious cooking, I can see why her business is flourishing right now.
Her best quality as an entrepreneur would be her dedication, her perseverance, her resilience. I feel like because she had a career change, she used to do IT, she used to teach, and now she's selling candles, she's selling home fragrances. I feel like that is a huge jump, and I respect and wholeheartedly admire her dedication to starting a new career and being able to study new things, new scents, new combinations, and I would love to be her someday, to be able to just jump from one career to another and perfect it and ace whatever she is doing at the time. My mom is my whole life. My mom is my world. She is everything there is to the world, everything great there is to the world. She's done IT, she's done candle, now she's taught me my whole life. She's a teacher, she's a mother, she is everything there is to the world. She's everything to me.
I started the business about 5 years ago, and before that I've always been in the IT line for over 20 years, and I got kind of like burnout in the IT line, so I decided, I asked my husband, I want to do something that is more of my thing, so I decided the candle is the thing that I want to do. And since then, I actually started it about 5 years ago as a personal challenge. And that's exactly what I did. So it's interesting because I learn more about myself, what exactly is the passion that I have. So I went through some soul searching, what exactly do you love? And it's like relearning about yourself, because I spent my years before that being in IT line and being a mother. And when I started at 44, the last kid I have, Danish, already gotten a driving license, so I was no more a chaperone. I was no more a chauffeur, a chaperone, whatnot. So that's when I had to actually relook. So I decided that candle is the thing that I want to go. So I built the brand. I have the name 5 Lux. Family has always been the core thing in my life. 5 represent the 5 kids that I have. At that time, I didn't have a cat. If not, it would have been a 5.5 because I have a munchkin. So, that's how 5 Lux actually started, and candle is something that I love. And I guess because of that, I actually built a brand that is more directed to scents, because scent is something relaxing. I'm hitting my 50s, I'm living my life, so I want it to be a happy business. So 5 Lux is always my happy business.
She really ventured into something absolutely new, and that itself takes a lot of courage. So one thing about my mom is that she really does have the courage and the perseverance to try something new, and she's not afraid of diving into the unknown, because a lot of people fear of failure. They fear failure, but she just dives head in, no fear. She's very brave, yeah. Because of her, I am not afraid to do whatever I want to do. Like right now, I'm in the IT field as well, but I have a lot of hobbies other than that, and I'm not afraid to actually venture into them and try to see if I can hone my skill sets in that area. And with her support especially, I don't feel like I'm in this alone. I always have somebody who has my back. Yeah.
Her best quality as an entrepreneur would be her dedication, her perseverance, her resilience. I feel like because she had a career change, she used to do IT, she used to teach, and now she's selling candles, she's selling home fragrances. I feel like that is a huge jump, and I respect and wholeheartedly admire her dedication to starting a new career and being able to study new things, new scents, new combinations, and I would love to be her someday, to be able to just jump from one career to another and perfect it and ace whatever she is doing at the time. My mother has a staff. She used to do engineering, and now that she's under my mom's wing, I feel like she is very happy doing what she does now, selling scents and managing scents. And she has mentioned before that she doesn't see herself going back to engineering. So I feel like under my mom's care, under my mom's guidance, I feel like, there's a high chance that you'll just be happy.
Working with 5 Flags and Score and Madam Iza is such a new journey for me, become a leader to all of us. So be a good leader, and she also teach me how to manage the company. The thing I learned with Madam Iza is become a good leader.
Okay, when I first started making candles, I started it from my kitchen. I used to always make my candles when everybody's about to go to sleep at 11 o'clock. That's how I started. And I started it when I first started making candles. I made a lot of mistakes. I decided to go for a lesson. I searched, and actually Australia is one of the countries that has a lot of candle makers. So I decided to actually fly to Melbourne. I actually went to Melbourne for a week, for which I learned how to make candles. What exactly is wrong? Because she studied through my skills. She said, you are doing it right. So I said, then what is going on? So we sat down and went through the whole process. And I guess from there, I learned a lot more, and I felt more confident to actually make my own candles. So when I flew back, that's when I started to actually get more serious with the business. I made my candles, I did the packing, I did the marketing, I did the social media, everything, and then I decided to actually go on through e-commerce, which is really a blessing, especially when COVID happens. Because when COVID happened, the e-commerce also one that actually went up a lot more easier, because it was easier for me to track things. I think e-commerce is just way of life, and it's a lot more convenient. We got married at 23, and then we went to highs and lows. And then when he decided to go and open an IT company, we decided to do it together. And then when I decided to come out and step out and do 5 Lux, he was my biggest supporter. When I started 5 Lux, after running IT business for more than 20 years, I decided to actually, I needed something to excite, in a way, I would say, okay? It's basically to come out from the comfort zone. When I first started learning about candle, I went for a local class that I went with my daughters, Sarah and Christina, and I guess I wanted to also prove to them, you can start a business at any point of your life, as long as it's something that you love. This is something that I always tell my kids, what you want to do is important, that is a passion. It shouldn't be like you come to a point that it's just work. You wake up in the morning, you go like, I'm going to work, But when you start something that is of passion, and you start something from scratch, it makes a lot of difference, to be honest, because you have to think through from A to Z. Everything is being thought through. So I like that challenge that I set for myself. Being in IT line for so long, you just feel that, you need to have a change. And I think change, being adaptable, is important in your life, because if you get into the same routine, you just get a bit more mundane. You just want that excitement. So you just want something that, for me, I call it my happy business. It makes me happy. When you are happy, you are healthy, you just exert different energy to the people around you. Yeah. It is never too late. Age should not be a factor when you want to do change, when you want to do something. It should never be a factor, okay? It's important to be adaptable. You need to stay abreast of things so that you know what is going on. Knowledge is very key. You should not be rigid when you do business. You might have gotten your 2-year plan, 5-year plan, but you just need to make sure that it goes together with whatever is in demand right now. Starting a business at 44 and now I am 49, I don't really go into 5-year plan, because I find Iza, you do not know how long you will live, So it became shorter, which I actually kind of like, because, sometimes you cannot just go far. If you see what is a path in front of you, go for it. Don't wait that long. When you're younger, you have the energy. You have the connections, so you are able to do a lot of things on your own. So my team is mainly made up of people in the 20s and early 30s, because I need this energy around them.